Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Clickable Bitmoji Classroom training with Kristen Brown. We also have Sarah Camry and Heidi Shore here working in the background. If you have any questions during the presentation, you can just type them into the chat and they will answer the questions. However, if they know that your question is going to be addressed during the presentation, they'll just let you know that at that time. So I hope that you find this presentation helpful. If you are thinking any of the information is confusing, you don't need to take notes because we're going to share the video with you. And also beyond this training video, we have a number of 2 to 3 minute training videos on specific tips and tricks so that you can easily access the information. Okay, so today we're going to cover 5 different areas and they're not going to take a long time. We're going to see a couple examples just so we can get inspiration. Maybe we've only seen the classrooms in a particular way, so we could just think a little bit more broadly about it. Then we're going to build a classroom. We're only going to build a few items. I just want to make sure that you know how to actually build, and I'll show you 3 different ways. We're going to have, as I said, a lot of tips and tricks so that you'll be able to do some fancy things. I have some amazing resources for you that will really make your life so much easier. You're going to really love them. And then also we have a Google Classroom set up for the GPS teachers. This is a place where we'll be able to share our own Google Classroom creations or borrow, make a copy of other people's work so that we can have an easier time with our planning and collaborating during the 2021 school year. All right, let's get started. First thing we're going to do is get a little inspiration, take a look at a couple quick examples. So this was the one that was on the invitation to this training. This is my Daily 5 classroom. You can see it's not the fanciest, it's very basic. This is for a young student, and I just like to keep it really clean, not as fancy because I want to make it very obvious. In the beginning, I even have little clouds up. As time goes on and the kids get used to it and they have this classroom every single week, we can take the clouds off or we can leave them on, whatever fits for you guys. So right here, the good thing about this one is it's very familiar to what the kids are used to doing in the classroom. So this could work for the remote learning or hybrid model, whatever. It could even work in the classroom while you're meeting with small groups. The kids have everything they need right here since they can't share materials this year. So they would have their passages here, differentiated, their phonics work. This takes you to some word wall links. That's what I use, but you could link to Lexia or anything like that. This is how they listen to reading. I like to give a little suggestion that, hey guys, if you're home and you're listening to reading, it might be a good time for you to have a snack. That way, when they come to see me, they're not going to be eating their snack, which is always helpful. This is for work on writing. I do a Flipgrid assignment. If you don't know about Flipgrid, we're going to have training videos on that too. It's an amazing tool. And the kids can read a passage into Flipgrid and then they can listen to each other read. So that could also be the read to someone. So this is how I do it. And obviously the possibilities are endless. If you work with older students, it would be obviously links to higher level content and you can make it look more age appropriate, but you get the idea. It's a Bitmoji Classroom for an entire subject matter. This is another idea. This is not mine. This teacher created a library. You can make a general library like Kathy shared with NSS the other day, but this is a specific library. So here we're looking at biographies. Each one of these links is actually a link to a Safe Share video. And so it's basically a listening library. But how great is that? So that is going to really, if you have that available and it's time to talk about biographies, wow, you have everything you need. If you don't like these links, you can switch them out. And let's say you can change this book cover to an Epic book that you like and then make a link to Epic. If you want to change this book cover and make a Reading A to Z link, you can do that. Just whatever you have a link to that works for you. So it's already set up, but it's also very flexible. Here we have more of like a content base. This is for older students in 5th grade. They study the branches of government. This teacher, once again, I didn't make this. The Bitmoji Classroom community is amazing with sharing. So I'll hook you up with some ways to get some information from others beyond even just this training. She made a series of slides, one for each of the branches of government. She has familiar videos like this. She also has all of these epic books. These are links to epic books. And this is a beautiful, like a tour of the Capitol building. And it's done in absolute panoramic view to come in, and it takes you right inside the Capitol building with a person narrating the tour. So you can see if you set this up for if you're older students, or even if you have particular areas that you know you're going to cover every single year, set up one of these Bitmoji classrooms. Everybody on the team shares it, and you have all the resources that you need year after year. You can change it if you need to, but it is there for you. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to just build. I'm going to show you 3 different ways to build. Like I said, we're not going to build out a whole entire classroom, but I'm just going to show you so you know the steps to take before I show you how to put the links in. The important thing, and that's why I put it up here in a speech bubble just to remind myself to mention it, is we need to build in layers. We build in order. So if we think about it, obviously we're going to put the floor and the wall in the back, because everything else is going to be layered on top. Now that's an obvious, because we're going to do that first. The rest, we do want to think about what is in the background. It's no big deal if you make a mistake. You're just going to have to adjust them and arrange them and bring things forward, bring things back. You can see right here, this stool is on top of this rug. If I had put the stool down first and then the rug would be on top of the stool, and I would be able to adjust it. But it's always better if you make less work for yourself and you're able to just put it in the layer in the right order in the first place. So you'll do the floors and the walls, the rug, the whiteboard, then the furniture, starting with things in the back. So my chair, and then my table, and then my stools, and then accessories. So you can see that this is over the whiteboard. This poster for WordWork is over the whiteboard. Like I said, you can bring it forward, but let's try to do it in a way that it's less work for us. So let's get started. This is a blank. I'm going to have to exit the presentation mode because obviously we can only edit in edit mode. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select a background. And so you're just going to click background, choose image, and I already have it saved just to make things quick and easy for us. And I would just select this one, and it's going to just load, and I'm done. So easy. Background, select image, done. Just put in walls and floor. So that's stuck there. That's not going to move. We don't have to worry about layering because we put it in as a background. Okay, now I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can add content, or whatever we want to call it, furniture, all the little bits and pieces that we need to add. I'm going to show you how to do 3 things, 3 ways, 2 different times each to help you to remember. First way, we're going to build a whiteboard. I'm going to put insert, image, and here are 2 ways right here, but I'm going to show you this one first. Search the web. Transparent, I already have in there because I'm always doing this, but you would have to just write the word transparent, and then you would write white, oops, sorry guys, board. Okay, I'm going to just select this one. There it is. You can see the box around it is a little bit big, so you can just hit crop image. You don't have to do this, but I find that if you keep everything a little bit tight, you don't have all this overlap, which can get a little confusing when you try to move things around. You don't have to be perfect. Just about like that is fine. Also, you can see this whiteboard is too big, so I'm going to be dragging it down from the corner right there and then putting it right up on the wall. Okay, so here we go. That is the first way. I'm going to show you one more time. Insert, image, search web. What's the second thing we're going to put down? We're going to put down the rug. You don't have to have a rug, but if you're going to have a rug, you want to have it in a way that it's not going to be on top of things. It's going to be on the bottom. So this, once again, crop. It's a little bit big there. I like to bring it down tight. That's just my personal preference. I think it makes it easier in the long run. You don't have to. It's just the way that I do it. I think it's helpful though. That's why I'm sharing it with you. Bring it down to the floor. Obviously that rug is too small. We're going to make it bigger. Bring it down. That's about the right width that I like. And I'm also going to stretch it out so you can see how I was able to do that. Okay, so now I have my background, my whiteboard, and my rug. Both of those were made by Insert Image Search Web. Now, as I told you, I'm going to show you a different way. It's going to be the same place right here, Insert Image, Upload from the computer. Now, I happen to have a lot of things saved to my desktop. I don't know why we bopped onto junk. So I have this folder I'll show you on my desktop called Bitmoji Classroom. I saved a bunch of things to it and I organized it in a bunch of folders so that I can find things as I need them. Walls, rugs, furniture, etc. You don't have to do this, especially because the third way I have for you is so here you can see, I'm going to just go back and do that one more time for you to make it clear. Insert, image, upload from computer. So let's say you have things on your desktop, then you could do this. And I could show you how to do it, but honestly, you won't really need to after I share the third way to do it. So now I'm going to go in here and I need a piece of furniture. I'm going to select a chair for my Bitmoji. Here it is. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Now, that's kind of a little bit too big. Now look here, this chair is facing in the wrong direction, but does that mean I can't use it? No. You're just going to two-finger click on the image and you're going to hit Format Options, and then you're going to size it and rotate it. I'm going to flip it horizontally, and there you go. See how that chair just flipped around? That is a great tool to have the format options. There's another one I can show you. It's really cool. It is Format Options down here. I can recolor my chair. So if I don't like the color, I can say like, oh, I want to make it yellow. I don't really want to make it yellow. So I'm going to keep it this color, but you get the idea. Everything is really flexible and changeable. So once you have your chair, I always like to put my Bitmoji in now. I have a little video showing you how to get your own Bitmoji and how to get this Chrome extension here. You just click on it. It's just taking a second to load. I want the sitting position. If I didn't see that right there, I could put in pose or anything else to get the kind of Bitmoji that I want. You just drag it onto your slideshow, which is so easy. Once again, I like to crop it. And then I'm going, oh, then you have to click, oh my goodness, undo. Okay, so after I crop it, I have to click out of it and then move my Bitmoji onto the chair. I think I want to move it back a little bit because I want to do a poster in the background, so I don't want to block it. That's it. So right here, we learned two ways. I'll redo the second way another time. Insert image, upload from computer. This time I'm going to put a poster in. So I'm going to go to my Bitmoji Classroom. I'm going to go to posters that I've shared. Don't worry if you don't have these because I'm about to give you something that will make your life very easy. Here's a poster. What I can do is I can add a border right here. I like to add like an 8-point border, and then you can change the color of the border. You can make it a white border. You can make it a green border, whatever works for you. You can make the border fatter or wider. There you go. It kind of makes it look like it's more like a finished product. Then I can make it a little bit smaller because it's a little bit big. And I think I'll put it right here behind me. Now you can see this is the issue of I made a mistake here and I put something second that should have been on first because now I'm covering my face. It is an easy fix. Like I said, it's not a big deal. You just go to Arrange, go to Order, and then I'm going to send it to the back. Now it's not on top of my face. So that's very easy, quick, and you can do it, no problem. So I have shown you two ways to get the images that you need. One here, search the web, put in the word transparent over here and whatever you need, or upload it if you have already found some things and save them to your desktop. However, like I said, there's going to be a third, and this is taking us into the resources, but I'm going to give you a quick peek. This is an amazing resource. I did not create it. Another teacher created it and shared it on one of the Facebook pages. It's called, I think it's Craze for Educators, I'm not sure. But every single thing you could ever need, from whiteboards to furniture to teacher desks to beanbags, books, posters, even the walls and floors. Like this resource, I'm pretty sure this is everything you would ever need to build any classroom. And you're going to have a copy of this. All you're going to have to do with this one, you don't drop and drag or anything like that. I'm selecting this bookcase. So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to hit Command C for copy. I'm going to go back to my Bitmoji Classroom and I'm going to hit Command V. So there's the bookcase. It's still over here in the virtual classroom. I didn't take it out. I'm not deleting it. It's always going to be available for me. I'm just going to copy and paste it into my classroom. Now, here's the thing. I can make this a little bit bigger because I want to be able to put iPads on this so that my kids can click on the iPads and go to, Lexia or wherever I send them with my link, which we'll talk about next. I can stretch this down if I just want to put a plant on the top, if I don't need any big spaces in here. But for me, I probably want to have big space so I can put things in to make them clickable. So those are the 3 ways that you are going to add to your classroom. The 2 here for insert, and then the other one is you'll just have another window open with this amazing resource and you'll copy and paste it into your classroom. Pretty easy, right? Okay, let's move on to, let's move on to the next classroom. Before I do that one, I just want to show you this one, and then I'll go back to links. I'm going to put this back in presentation mode because I want to show you a couple of interesting little tips and tricks that we will have videos for you so that you can learn how to do them too. First thing I want you to notice is there is a beautiful fish tank with music. It plays automatically when the kids open to the page. So imagine if it's a remote learning situation, or even if they're in the classroom with headphones, while they're doing their work, there's a nice relaxing video. If you don't like that, you don't have to use it. Another tip I want to show you is there's a quick video. I show you how to get these felt letterboards. You can type a morning message. You can type anything you want, a message that you want to make sure that the kids are able to see. I have the daily schedule here. If you click on it, there's a link to the schedule. It's really child friendly. However, there's also a little message that tells them don't forget to check the schedule. So that's the next tip that I really want to highlight. Let's look at this one over here. When the kids come to this page, they see things that are familiar, which is great. They'll kind of intuitively know what to do. Instead of having their word work in a bin on the counter, though, it's just going to be right here as a link. If they're doing read to self, not sure what to do, they click here.
Hi, boys and girls. At the Read to Self station, you're going to click on your color group's iPad below. After reading for 15 minutes, please click on the Flipgrid icon on the bookshelf below and record yourself reading your favorite page for 1 minute. This is a fluency activity, so make sure that you sound like you're talking, you have nice phrasing, and good expression. I can't wait to watch your Flipgrid video and listen to you read. Do your best and have fun.
Okay, so there you have it. Not only is the Bitmoji Classroom cute, but it's also really a great handy tool. Here you are helping with your voice and you're not even there with the student. So let's exit out of this. And the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to make those all important links. This is where we really are taking things to the next level and doing things that are going to really impact our practice and make it easier to plan and for the kids to learn. So here is where we do the links. This is the one that I'm going to be working on, the Daily 5. So I put a little link here. That's what happens when the kids click on the links, by the way. There's a little preview. And then if you click on it, you get taken to that area. So Let's say it's your weekly planning time and you're working on your daily 5 and you've already got this one from last week, just like we just built. You are working to create the next week's and you need some links to be changed. All right, so first thing you did is any image that you have here, you can turn into a link. So here's, I'm going to want to make a link for, let's say, this poster. I'm not really going to do this, but I'm just showing you because I needed a new link. So let's say I have this. Obviously wouldn't put it on the floor. I'm just showing you how to make a link. Any image that you have that you've brought in, this is an image, this is, every single thing is an image, but I already put this in the background so I couldn't work on it. You have an image, you go up here to insert link, and then you just paste your link. So if I wanted to take the kids to, you know, a presentation about working together, I would click the link and apply, and then that link would be there. So that's what I did here. We have links for their passages. These are phonics-based passages, but you could have a link for your group A for their epic book or for a Raz Kids book or ReadWorks. Whatever you put in for the link, that's where they will go. So this was, let's say, week 1. This was group A's link. Group B had a different link, so they had a different passage, just like you work with different groups. You always are differentiating. You can do the same thing here. Here are the phonics links. For me, I have them attached to WordWall games, but you could have them attached to Lexia games. So let's see. Right now, this week, this is what will happen if the child clicks on the link. And they'll be able to play this phonics game. Okay, we won't play the whole thing, but you can see there are 3 answers that match the short vowel sound. They do it, and they get feedback to show them if they are doing the right thing. Now, what if I want to make next week's link? This is all you're going to do. Here's your slide. This is this week. You're going to go back to slide. You're going to make a duplicate slide. This is very important. Now here I am. I don't have to start from scratch with my daily 5 Bitmoji Classroom. I'm in this second classroom now, and so I'm going to change the link. I'm going to go here, and right now, instead of going to WordWall, I'm going to go to Edit Link, and that's going to give me a place to put a new link. I'm going to go to my WordWall activities, but you can go to whatever works for you. I like to use this. These guys are in step 1. They did 1.3, so now I'm going to do 1.4. And you can have these things already set up. If you're interested in learning about WordWall, there is a training coming up. Now, as the teacher, I'm not going to play the game, but I'm going to go to Share. I'm going to set an assignment. I'm going to get my link. Here it is. I'm going to close that out. And now I'm going to go back to my link, and I'm going to delete that link and paste in the new link. So now next week, I have a different link than I had the week before. Pretty easy, right? So also this picture, if this is no longer appropriate, because now we're moving into the bonus letter, and this is last week's, just CBC. All you have to do is click on the picture, and you can replace the image. Go to Replace Image, Upload from Computer. I actually have a folder for the phonics pictures. Where is it? Here it is. And I will find the bonus letter. Oh, for some reason it's not in here, but you can imagine, let's pretend it's this one. And that will switch it out, and I can adjust it and make it bigger or smaller so it makes sense. Okay? I won't do that now because I'm trying to do this all within 30 minutes. So if you have your Read to Self book, Listen to Reading, here's the Loom link to my Read Aloud. I would just go in, switch it out, go to my Loom Read Alouds right here. And let's say this is the Wonders of Nature series. If that was, book 1, I will go to book 2, get the link. I'll show you how easy this is. I would just get my link here, and then I would copy it here because I would adjust it. And now this week and the next week have the same looking Daily 5 Classroom, but they have different links. If I wanted to change out the cover of that book, if that book was not the appropriate book, let's say I was reading the one and only Ivan, I would just go, oh, not insert, hold on. I'm just going to change that image because I already have an image there. Replace image, upload from computer. I'm going to go just into my Bitmoji Classroom, books. Let's say I'm reading the one and only Ivan. There you go. And then I would link it to the one and only Ivan. Doesn't that make life easy? So that is really the next level, 2.0, putting links into our classrooms so that they are useful. The kids can get all the information they need, and it makes it quick and easy for you to plan. Now, all the tips and tricks that we're talking about, like I said, will be in short little videos. Here is the classroom that will show you how to get to all of these videos. This one shows you how to add those little audio directions in 4 minutes. This one shows you how to get these felt boards and how to adjust them, how to get your avatar and how to get the Google Chrome extension. And this is how to remove white backgrounds. If you have an ugly white background and you can't put it into your slideshow, this shows you how in just a couple clicks to get that white background out of there. Like I said, those will all be in video form for you to use. Resources, I already showed you this amazing resource of these curated classrooms. Amazing. You're going to have your own copy. Just remember to copy and paste. I also have a series of finished classrooms for you. They're going to be available to you in the GPS Bitmoji Classroom, Google Classroom. They'll all be there. You can just grab a copy of your own, take my Bitmoji out, put your Bitmoji in, change anything that you like, but at least you don't have to start from scratch. The library is there, and there are a bunch of them there. You can take a look at them at your leisure. I'm not sure if I need to show you these, but this is a brain break video that I have. I can just switch it out every week for a new one. It's 3 minutes. So if the kids are working at home and they need a break, they know they can always go to that slide. It says it's a 3-minute video. And this is a relaxation video. I'll just show you this one. So if the kids are working at home, they can bop into this, take a nice little breathing break, or they can just leave it on in the background because it's relaxing to have that going while they're doing their work.
Use this slide to take a nice relaxing break, or just keep it on in the background so that you can listen to the music and see the nice scenes as you complete your work.
So this is a YouTube video. It just is on loop for 8 hours. It goes from one scene to another. It's a nice little way to have the kids relax while they're working. I can imagine school psychologists could do a whole bunch of different things as far as posters and videos. So let me exit out of that. The way that you do the fish tank and also all of these videos, whether it is the workout video or this relaxation video or the fish tank, is you just go up to insert video. And all it takes you to is just YouTube choices. You can search for YouTube. If you already have your URL, which is great, you just click it in there. Or if you have something saved to Google Drive, that's all you need to do. It just shows up. And then you just want to make sure that in the options you click play on automatic. Okay. So that really takes us to our final slide here. As I mentioned, there is a Google Classroom available to you guys, and you're just going to join with this code. Please join as a student, and I'll show you what it looks like real quick. It's going to get more and more elaborate as we go on, but this is just sort of the skeleton. So this is a place where you can join as a student. It tells you how you can share your Bitmoji Classroom. You're just going to email them to me, and I'm going to bop it in there for you within a day. And you can also save and use anybody else's work. If you put your work here, you know it's available for anybody in GPS, and it will really help us with our planning. You know, people are going to be making creative, amazing things. And if we all share, all the better. So this is where you're going to be able to find the classrooms that I just talked about that I have for you. If you just want to get started today and you don't want to start from scratch, this is the place to go. And here are all the little videos, like how to get your Bitmoji avatar and the Google Chrome extension. These are just like 3-minute videos, and you can see all of them. And Sarah made one here about how to make sure your multiple slides work so the kids aren't clicking around in places they don't want to be. Once you make your own, if you share it with me, I'll bop it here and we'll have all the first classrooms that people can look at. I also created a series of topics. So if you send me a classroom that's science-based, I'll bop it into the science. You can see the Daily 5 one is already there. The social studies 3 branches of government one is there. We also have SEL. I might put the brain break thing there. Parent communication. Teachers are doing amazing things as far as introducing themselves and doing virtual classroom tours for parents. And that's it, guys. Definitely, this is a great overview. Take a look at the videos if you want to go deeper. Let me know if you want to have any other discussions around it. And now we can talk about any questions that you may have.